Why some people drain your energy just by looking. For those who feel exhausted by certain people, have you ever left a 5-minute conversation feeling like you'd run a marathon? Have you ever met someone and, for no apparent reason, your energy instantly plummeted? Have you ever noticed that certain people make you feel heavy, tired, or even irritable just by being in the same room? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you're not imagining things, and it's definitely not your fault. There's a specific type of person who functions like a walking energetic black hole. And today you'll discover not only how they do it, but also why their energy is so attractive to them, and most importantly, how to protect yourself without becoming cold or withdrawn. Maybe you grew up thinking you were too sensitive or imagining things. Maybe you were told you needed to thicken your skin or not take things so seriously. But the truth is, some people are born as natural energy sponges. You feel what others feel. You absorb the mood of the environment. You capture emotional frequencies that others don't even realize exist. And this, which should be a gift, often becomes a curse when you don't know how to manage this sensitivity. Because while you are there being empathetic, understanding, trying to help and uplift others, there are people who subconsciously recognize your high energy and come closer to feed on it. They don't do it consciously. They're not necessarily bad people, but they've learned throughout their lives that it feels good to be around people like you, and without realizing it, they've developed behavioral patterns that drain energy from others to feel better about themselves. You may have noticed that these people, they always have a crisis or drama to share. They monopolize conversations by only talking about their problems, leave you feeling exhausted after interactions. They appear mainly when they need something. They rarely ask how you are, or if they do, they don't really listen to the answer. To understand how some people drain energy, you first need to understand how human energy actually works. Each person generates an electromagnetic field through the heart that can be scientifically measured. When you're at peace, grateful, or genuinely joyful, this field becomes coherent, stable, and harmonious. When you are stressed, anxious, or sad, the field becomes chaotic and irregular. Energetically balanced people generate their own positive energy internally. They have practices, thoughts, and habits that keep them at a consistently high frequency. But people who function as energy vampires have lost or never developed the ability to generate positive energy on their own. They live in a constant energetic state of deprivation. And here's where it gets interesting. Electromagnetic fields interact. When a person with a chaotic field approaches someone with a coherent field, an energy transfer automatically occurs. It's like connecting a dead battery to a charged one. Energy flows naturally from the stronger source to the weaker one until it reaches equilibrium. The problem is that energy vampires have unconsciously developed behavioral strategies that intensify this transfer. Emotional drama that forces you to engage energetically, creating a sense of urgency that makes you feel responsible to help. Subtle manipulation that makes you feel guilty if you don't pay attention. Emotional dependence that drains your energy through constant worry. This person lives in a permanent state of suffering. Nothing ever goes right for them. The world is always conspiring against them, and they have an uncanny ability to turn any conversation into a life drama. You leave these interactions feeling heavy and hopeless. This type drains energy through constant negativity. They complain about everything and everyone. They point out problems without offering solutions. They make you feel bad about things that once made you happy. Their presence makes the world a darker and more pessimistic place. This person demands constant attention. If you don't respond to messages immediately, they create drama. They make you feel responsible for their emotional well-being. They monopolize your time and energy with seemingly endless demands. There's always a better story, a bigger problem, a more impressive achievement. You can't celebrate your victories without diminishing them. You turn every interaction into a competition where you constantly waste energy trying to validate yourself. The most dangerous of all. It uses emotional blackmail, guilt, and psychological manipulation to drain energy. It leaves you feeling confused about your own perceptions. You leave interactions questioning your sanity. Now, you might be thinking, I recognize these people in my life, but how can I protect myself without becoming cold or insensitive? This is exactly the question that plagues empaths. They want to help, They want to be compassionate, but they're literally being drained to exhaustion. And here's what most people don't understand about energetic protection. The problem isn't that you're too sensitive. The problem is that you've never learned the difference between healthy compassion and energetic codependency. There's a way to keep your heart open while protecting your energy. A way to be compassionate without becoming a victim. But first, you need to understand why you attract these energy vampires in the first place. The truth no one wants to hear is that energy vampires don't attack people randomly. They are drawn to specific types of energy. And if you constantly find yourself surrounded by people who drain your energy, there's something in your energetic frequency that's magnetizing them. Empathic people often develop energetic patterns that, without realizing it, signal, "I am available to be drained." Pattern 1. The compulsive savior. You feel responsible for fixing everyone's problems. Your energy says, "I can save you," and energy vampires sense that from miles away. Pattern 2. The external validator. You seek approval and validation from others. Your energy conveys neediness, and energy vampires exploit this by making you work harder and harder to earn their approval. Pattern 3. The conflict avoider. You'll do anything to avoid confrontation. Energy vampires feel they can walk all over you without consequences because you don't set firm boundaries. Pattern 4. The compulsive giver. You believe your worth comes from how much you give to others. Energy vampires prey on this belief, always asking for more without ever giving back. The good news is that once you identify these patterns, you can begin to change them. And when your energy shifts, you automatically stop attracting vampires and start attracting people who contribute positively to your life. Energy protection doesn't mean building walls around your heart. It means developing discernment about where, when, and with whom you invest your precious energy. Technique 1. The 5-minute test. When you meet someone new, notice how you feel after 5 minutes of conversation. Has your energy increased or decreased? Do you feel inspired or drained? Your body knows the answer before your mind. Technique 2. Clear energy boundaries. Learn to say, "I see you're going through a difficult time. Unfortunately, I don't have the emotional energy to help right now, but I hope you find the support you need." Technique 3. The redirection technique. When someone tries to drain your energy with constant negativity, redirect. "I understand your frustration. What do you plan to do to improve this situation?" Technique 4. Preventive protection. Before meeting people you know drain your energy, visualize a bubble of golden light around you. Have a clear intention to keep your energy protected. Technique 5. Post-interaction. Energy cleaning. After encounters with energy vampires, practice conscious energy cleansing. Breathe deeply and visualize washing away any energy that isn't yours. When you start consciously protecting your energy, something interesting happens. Energy vampires naturally begin to withdraw from your life. Not because you became a bad person, but because you stopped providing what they were unconsciously seeking. Your energy now says, "I am compassionate, but I am not available to be drained." And in their place, more balanced relationships begin to emerge. People who contribute to your energy rather than just drain it. Friendships where there's a real exchange, not just constant demand. You discover that you can be even more empathetic and compassionate when your energy is protected, because you're not constantly operating on empty. You can help others from a place of abundance, not depletion. Your energetic sensitivity, which once seemed like a curse, becomes a superpower. You develop an energetic radar that helps you navigate relationships wisely, consciously choosing where to invest your precious energy. Now that you know how to identify and protect yourself from people who drain your energy, you're probably wondering, but what about the opposite? Are there people who naturally lift my energy just by being around them? The answer is absolutely yes, and these people possess specific energetic qualities that you can develop too. In the next video, we'll explore the secret of people who light up any room, how some people can walk into a room and automatically lift the energy of everyone around them, and how you can become one of those people. If this video helped you identify patterns in your life, you'll definitely want to watch the next one. Because protecting your energy is just the first step. The second is learning to generate so much positive energy that you become a beacon of light for others.